Let's talk about grief after the first year. One of the things that we hear all the time is to prepare yourself for all the firsts. Oh, prepare for the first this, the first that. The whole first year, everyone is hyper aware to take care of themselves and to prepare for the anniversaries, the birthdays, the dates of the calendar, the first vacation, all those things, right? And so everyone is so focused on the first year that a lot of people get blindsided in the second year because we don't prepare for that. And I don't know what it is about our culture, our society that says, oh, if you make it through the first year, you're just going to get incrementally better every single day. You're going to feel better. You're going to heal more. And it's going to be fabulous. Not fabulous, but it's going to get incrementally better. And that is a big fat lie. That is a big fat lie. I was having a conversation with uh, another friend of mine in my second year of being widowed. And she was sharing with me a story about her mom who had been widowed relatively early. And everyone, again, prepare for the first, prepare for the first. And for this woman's mother, this second year was way harder because she wasn't prepared for any of that. She wasn't prepared for the anniversaries and the birthdays and those dates on the calendar because she spent all of her time and focus and attention on all the first. And so she believed the second year, it's not going to be a problem. Guess what? It was. She was blindsided. And the only thing that is different in the second year is the date on the calendar. That's the only thing. We are not going to miraculously feel all better on the 366th day. Our grief will not magically go away, and we will not magically be who we were before. We will not magically be taking part in life with without the effects of grief. That is just not the way that it happens. And that is what I wanted to bring attention to today, because grief is an ongoing journey. It's an ongoing journey. And so many times, so it's going to be 4 years for me at the end of next month. So there have been so many times where I was like, oh, wow, I got this. I'm doing really well. I'm doing really well. And I was doing really well for where I was. And then in a new season of the grief journey, you become aware of things that you weren't aware of before. Maybe you didn't have the bandwidth for them, or you weren't able to lean into some of these things because you were in the thick of it before in some other way, shape, or form. So, grief is an ever evolving process. It's a journey, and it is circular. And you may think the same things keep coming round and round, but they're not actually the same exact thing. They're different aspects of a theme. So, above all else, please, please be aware of your bandwidth or lack thereof. You only have so much bandwidth, so be gentle with yourself. Don't expect too much from yourself. Those lists, those things that we think need to be done, they will be done when the time is right. You will feel moved. You will feel called to clean out the closets or figure out those things, to clean out the medications if that was your path. Give yourself grace. For me, and I've said this before in other posts, I went back to work on the ninth day after my beloved Bodhi departed this plane. Why did I go back the next week? Well, the bills, they didn't care that my beloved had just passed away. They still wanted their money. And I was doing hair at that time. And I had to go back to work. It was a very social job. And I was a walking zombie. I was untethered. I was rudderless. I was hollow, so hollow that it felt like the slightest breeze would blow me to Kansas. I lived in Colorado. And I just put one foot in front of the other and I breathed in and out. And I would get through the day and I would come home and I would sit on the couch. I would just be a zombie. Sometimes I would curl up wherever I was on the floor, on the bed, in the tub, and cry and sob and wail. And I did not make my bed. Sure, I washed my sheets and I would make the bed after I washed the sheets. But in the mornings, I did not make my bed for about 9 months. And I had been a religious bed maker. Another thing that I didn't have the bandwidth for was cooking for myself. So for about a year. So I had people that would gift me food and bring me food and drop off food. But after that first period of time, that diminishes. And so I just ordered frozen, pre-made healthy meals for myself. I just place an order like once a month. I'd keep them in the freezer. I would put them in the refrigerator to thaw, and then I would just microwave them. And that's what I did for eating. And honestly, I didn't have the bandwidth to clean my house either. But, I did what I had the bandwidth to do. And then when I got the little nudge that said, hey, go do that, that's when I did that. I also want to say, because of my serious lack of bandwidth, because of my job being so social, I found little things that would bring me some level of comfort. I took a bath every morning and I would lay in the tub with bubbles, Epsom salts, or bath bombs. And I would do the same thing every evening because it brought me a level of comfort. And when your whole world falls apart, when your whole life shatters, when you don't know who you are anymore without your person, and you have so little bandwidth, you just find things that help you. And those things will change. After the first year, there were other things that brought me a level of comfort. Like I would, when I traveled, I took Bodhi's ashes with me, some of Bodhi's ashes, and I would sprinkle them wherever I traveled, and I did things in honor of him. I saw a concert. I went on a cruise with a cruise line that we wanted to try. And I went places and visited friends and all those kinds of things. And so different things will bring you comfort at different times. So basically, I just wanted to bring this to your attention, that give yourself grace, prepare for the second year. Because if you're so focused on that first year, you may be blindsided by the second, because it can hit just as hard, just a little bit differently. So, sending you so much love, sister. I see you. You are not alone. Give yourself grace. And I hope this helps. I hope this helps bring some level of comfort, or it lightens your load a little bit, or it allows you to recognize that what you're going through is your process. You're not crazy. You're not abnormal. It really is this shitty. It really is this brutal. And I'm sending you a huge, huge hug. I'm holding you so close, holding a cradle of love and support for you. You can always like and follow for more. And you could always DM me healing if you'd like some help. Take care, sister. Much love.